Thurman Thomas with a catch. There are 2 flags on the field. "12 yards at the play stands.
They've been somebody lining up off sides or illegal motion. That hurry-up offense tough on the referees, too.
Disregard the flag. There is no foul.
Why?
I wish they would tell us why.
Yeah, if they saw something and they throw a flag, and then they pick it up, we ought to have the right to know why.
Here's the effect of the wind today, and it's a strong breeze. We've seen those shoe boxes being thrown around today. And if you missed the NFL today, you missed Dan throwing one right on target, a shoebox that is, 67 yards with the wind. Well,
and now they take the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, and they're disregarding the completion of Thomas. What's going on?
We had a substitution by the offensive team, and we had a quick snap by the offensive team. The defensive team did not have time to substitute. We have a warning to the coach. He is going down and do over.
Thank you, Mr. Dooley. James Lofton, a medical report from the bench. A thigh contusion, C-O-N-T, and he may not return. He's had a big day already. They'll go deep again. Wide open. Dropped. Beebe. Well, Dan, you said you thought Kelly would like to have the play over. He did.
And he threw it perfectly, and Don Beebe flat dropped it. Kelly laid it out there, and he made the proper adjustment, knowing the wind is at his back. And Don Beebe just couldn't come up with a grab. He was probably thinking about his end zone dance or something.
Newton will punt it. And Anthony Edwards back at the 30-yard line. Eagles coming with a full rush. Edwards, fair catch made at the 33-yard line. Well, Don Beebe, the speedster, a third-round draft choice last year.
The middle of the field is wide open, and that's where Kelly's going to throw it. He leads his receiver perfectly. I don't see a defensive back there. Eric Allen must be on the ground somewhere. But Beebe, it appeared that he quit running to the ball. The ball's kind of sailing away from him, and it looked like he was surprised that the ball wasn't closer to his body. I don't think he got a case of the alligator arms there. I think he just misjudged it.
Eagles scored against the wind last time they had it. Here's Keith Byers' second carry, and he plunges up the middle across the 40 near the 43-yard line. Tackle is made by Carlton Bailey, who has replaced Ray Bentley at linebacker.
And I'm kind of wondering why the Eagles aren't into their hurry-up offense. I think they could have the same type of results that the Bills have had so far today.
Rich Kotite, the offensive coordinator.
A lot of time left. 17-point, or actually 18-point difference with that extra point that was missed. A convertible look.
That's the backup fullback. And the measurement proves it's short, 2nd and 1. Well, Miami losing to Washington. Cincinnati has gone on top of Pittsburgh. Steve DeBerg threw an 86-yard pass in that Kansas City game. The Rams beating Cleveland. What a year for Cleveland.
The Rams may be back after that big win last week against the Niners.
Maybe too late. 2nd and 1. Tony has the first down. Well, what's your goal now, Dan, if you're Philadelphia? Just cut the lead in half? Just get one more score?
Well, you know, there's just under 9 minutes to go. With the Eagles' defense, they have an ability to make turnovers and to score off them as well. The Bills have not been executing with the wind at their back. They should have had another touchdown on Beebe's drop pass, but the Eagles, they can get a lot of points in a hurry, both offensively and defensively.
They have a 1st and 10 now with 8:30 to go in the first half. Byers out of the backfield. Darrell Talley hits him up on top, but that's across the 50 to the 44, and Ray Bentley, number 50, who's back in there with the tackle. Randall Cunningham now 4 out of 8.
Well, Byers is so dangerous from so many different positions. This time he lines up as a halfback and runs the option route against Talley. Does a nice job of getting inside and getting closer to the first down.
44-yard line. Byers 61 catches. 3 today. Anthony Tony, who has really become more of a blocking back in the recent scheme of things, but he gets the carry there, and he runs into Carlton Bailey, number 54.
He may be more of a blocking back now, but earlier in the year he did gain over 100 yards rushing against the Rams. In fact, Sherman has 200-yard rushing games, and of course Cunningham has one, and he may be on his way to having another here today. So the Eagles can hurt you on the ground.
24-6 with 7:18 to go first half. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. This time Byers is hit right at the snap by Darrell Talley. Marv Levy said yesterday, Bennett and Smith are getting a lot of notoriety, publicity, all of it positive, but Darrell Talley has been our most consistent defensive player.
And really the most underrated of their defensive players, maybe the most underrated or at least unknown defensive star in the NFL. Talley coming on the blitz here, and that's just an outstanding, intuitive play by Darrell Talley.
2nd and 9. Cunningham with the audible at the line of scrimmage. Lobs it left. That ought to be a flag. Yeah, there are 2 of them. As a matter of fact, there's one on this side of the field and one on the far side of the field.
Well, I'll take the one on the near side, and you take the one on the far side.
Oh, great.
I think this near side one was pass interference.
You forget I'm the guy with the 50-year-old eyes.
Your turn.
Keith Byers hit in the small of the back on that play. Well, I saw Keith Jackson on the far side of the field turn quickly.
Number 97 and 54, defensive pass interference. First down.
That's why Keith Jackson was complaining. He was held by Cornelius Bennett.
Absolutely. This is unfortunate for Bailey because there was no way Byers was going to make this grab. But he's way too early. That's the one I called, right, Vern?
Well, with some help, I got the other one. Byers is down.
And that's the first penalty today against the Bills. And they got 2 for the price of 1.
Well, they have been an unpenalized team throughout much of the year. Time has been called because of the Byers injury. Our coverage of the NFL continues on CBS next Sunday, a big doubleheader. Dan and I will have the pleasure of being in New York for Minnesota and the Giants. 49ers in Cincinnati and Phoenix at Atlanta. Then the second game, most of you will watch the Chicago Bears at the Washington Redskins. Washington still alive for a playoff spot, and they have a 21-0 lead right now. Chicago struggling against Detroit, but that's a big one as the second half of our doubleheader next week. 24-6 here, 6:28 to go first half. It's 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Keith Byers has been helped to the bench. We'll get a report. Cunningham in the flat. That's Fred Barnett, his rookie wide receiver from Arkansas State. And Barnett refuses to go down and is inside the 20-yard line. 17-yard gain.
Well, Cunningham, first of all, does an outstanding job of reading the coverage and coming down to his outlet receiver. This time it is Barnett on the sidelines. You see the good read and the good protection, but this is outstanding effort by Barnett as he sets an NFL record for spins here. There's 1, 2. He's getting a little bit of help here as he goes through that revolving door of Hank Stram's and picks up about 6 more yards.
And getting a little dizzy. Keith Byers, a bruised knee, but he's right back in the lineup. 1st and 10 inside the 20 after that 17-yard gain. Cunningham changing the play. Has to call timeout.
Yeah, the one thing he can't change is the clock keeps running all the way down to 2 seconds. That play clock got him. You saw a lot of confusion there as he's trying to straighten out his running backs. And then he has to turn around, read the defense, and get the cadence going. So that's a smart timeout by Randall Cunningham. it's always good to go over the sidelines and go to the source, go to the expert.